Well, hello everybody, and welcome to another episode of Arrow Nicely News. Today is Friday, February 26th, 2021, and on today's episode, we purchased books for Black History Month fundraiser at Eyeseeme. Elizabeth joins us to talk about a special Women's History Month project. Ruth turns 99, and so much more, so don't go anywhere. My name is Lenny Hernandez, and this is Arrow Nicely News. March is Women's History Month, a month to celebrate the indispensable contributions that women have made to the world. And in honor and celebration of the resilient spirit of women everywhere, Arrow Senior Living has something very special that we're working on. At Arrow, we believe that even as memories fade, history will be remembered. So we will be focusing on residents in our memory care neighborhoods. Elizabeth Thompson, the Memory Care Director from Township Senior Living in Battlefield, Missouri, sat down with me earlier today to talk about exactly what we're working on. So take it away, Elizabeth, and slightly younger version of me.
So to celebrate, we want to honor the history and legacy of those women that might have forgotten their story. So we want to share a little bit about their history and who they are as a person. So we were just to pick a resident that we wanted to focus on for this month. The township chose June West.
What an epic name in June West.
Yes, it's actually longer. Alma June Hudspeth West.
Tell us a little story, I guess, about June.
Okay, I'd be happy to. Alma June Hudspeth West was born May 19th in 1934. She was born in St. Joe, Arkansas. She was the fourth of 6 children. When she was 5, her mother passed away. So her sister, who was 11, ended up becoming caretaker mom for the family. June, because of that, learned to be a fabulous cook at a very young age. She didn't have a lot of privileges throughout her life because of that situation, but she found basketball to be something she really enjoyed. She is actually in the Arkansas Hall of Fame for scoring 47 points at a high school game. So after high school, she pursued a career in cosmetology. She did that and worked very hard for about 20 years, raising her 3 girls. In 1972, she met the man of her dreams and her best friend, Jim West. And when she met him, she was working as the sole proprietor of her very own little store called Beale Discount. And that was in Aurora, Missouri. So, I mean, that was before Walmart. So she was a trailblazer in her time, you know. She and Jim owned actually several small businesses. And then the last thing they kind of did together was they were founding members of a local church. And they gave a lot of their time and finances to give that a good head start, good start for that church to start up. June's husband passed away in 2005 from cancer. And at that time, she donated all of her time to hospice. She traveled the Southwest Missouri area giving homebound patients haircuts. So, yeah, she has always been a giver and still is. Her talent was being an entrepreneur, but she'll say that her greatest accomplishment was being a mother and grandmother, which she is amazing at that. Her family states that her roast, fried taters, chicken and dumplings, and chocolate pie are forever their favorites.
That sounds like a very hearty meal.
Yeah.
Well, and this is the kind of thing that we will be showcasing
throughout
Yes,
March?
all of the communities will be picking someone from their memory care who they will be honoring their legacy and just sharing about who they are as a person.
So for anybody who potentially might not know exactly how uh, Arrow communities work, what exactly is memory care?
Memory care is a community within our communities that we take care and specialize in those with dementia. There's all different types of dementia. So dementia is kind of the umbrella, and under that is Lewy body dementia, Alzheimer's disease, frontal temporal lobe, Parkinson's. I mean, there's just a big list. And our life enrichment coordinators, who are the staff there, we just are specially trained and take care of those people with dementia.
Elizabeth, is there anything else that you'd like to share with our viewers today? Do we think we covered it all?
I mean, I could talk about dementia all day long, so you probably shouldn't ask that question.
Well, Elizabeth, thank you very much for taking the time out on your day off to hang out with us here.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you having me.
Thank you very much, Elizabeth, for all of that great information. And we hope that you will tune in to our Facebook and Instagram accounts throughout the month of March to help us celebrate women's history. And now, we would like to give a huge Arrow Nicely News birthday shout out to Ruth Moore at Maple Ridge Senior Living in Willoughby, Ohio. Ruth recently turned 99 glorious years young, and she celebrated with decorations, cake, and more cards than you can shake a stick at.
Okay, you ready?
Yep. There you go. Happy birthday!
Happiest of birthdays, Ruth, and we'll be counting down the days until we can celebrate your centennial. We've done a lot of reporting on the vaccine clinics that have been happening all over Arrow communities, and they've now been happening for so long that many people have received their second dose. Not only residents, but Arrow employees have been getting their community immunity pins, meaning that they've had the opportunity to receive both doses of either the Moderna or the Pfizer vaccine. Look, I've even got mine right here. Boom! I love it. Look how shiny it is. It's so pretty. I love it. Oh, I want to touch it. Kayla Barlow, Arrow's Regional Resident Services Director, loves hers so much that she even recorded a testimonial video for our I Call the Shots campaign. Check it out.
I wanted to come on and show you guys my pin, my community immunity pin that I received today because I got my second vaccine. And I just wanted to tell you a little bit why I chose to take the vaccine. For one, it's easy to say yes. Just say yes to it. And for two, I have a lot of senior friends that I would love to see, and for me to be able to come back into the community with a peace of mind that I am not bringing anything to them. I am community immunity. I'm ready to be able to come back into the community and be able to hang out with some of my friends at the senior living communities.
Our pins are more than just a shiny decoration, though. They're a beacon of Arrow's efforts to reach herd immunity within each of our communities. And according to the CDC, that requires a 70% vaccination rate. And to us, reaching that goal means that we have done our job to create a safe place to work and live. So congratulations to those who have already gotten their pin, and we are so excited to see those shiny beacons of health all over our communities in the coming weeks. After nearly a year of masks, social distancing, missed gatherings, and over 500,000 deaths. I ask you, I beg of you, please, please, get your vaccine as soon as you have the chance to so that we can put an end to this pandemic. Please, get it. And for all of those who have, thank you very much for doing your part. Give yourself a pat on the back. What do you say we pop on over to the library, shall we? Arrow's financial coordinator, Michael Gutzel, hosted his monthly book club this week where attendees read and discussed the book If Beale Street Could Talk by James Baldwin. The 1974 novel revolves around a young couple in Harlem who face a mounting set of difficulties, and that's the gentle version of the synopsis. The subject matter is a tad bit more heavy than that. I mean, this is the Nicely News after all.
The prejudice of what they encountered, this would have been right after the 50s probably.
And even though it deals with some heavy themes and situations, there were plenty of laughs during the discussion and some wonderful exchanges of thought.
Sometimes when you're reading a book with short chapters, you just read to the end of the chapter and you feel like you're finished. But with this book, I felt like that since there weren't any chapters, I just kept reading.
Just, he's an amazing writer.
Mm-hmm.
I really appreciate not just the story, which was a tough story, but it was an optimistic story after all.
Be sure to check out the video of the If Beale Street Could Talk book club and join us next month. All residents, guests, and families are invited. It happens every last Tuesday of the month, so don't miss it. They'll be reading The Book Woman of Troublesome Creek, which is guaranteed to be an interesting discussion. We'll see you there. Next up, Black History Month is coming to a close soon, and that means that we are wrapping up our Arrow Story Corner in its honor. We are still accepting donations for our book buying fundraiser, though. More donations means more books for schools around our senior living communities, so do what you can to help out the kids. The kids! The kids! We'll even put a link in the description so you can check it out. And even though we are still accepting donations, we have begun the process of purchasing books from the Eyeseeme Bookstore. What is Eyeseeme? Well, let's take a look at their mission statement.
We opened it up based upon our experience of raising our children, these girls here.
Our mission is to be a resource to parents, teachers, and schools in providing the very best children's books on the market that promote positive images and stories about African American culture and history. As a tool to help increase literacy, African American children will benefit by seeing themselves respectfully represented in the literature they read. Non-African American children will benefit by helping to dispel negative and inaccurate stereotypical images of people of color, and that despite our many differences, all people share common feelings and aspirations.
Representation matters, and having my children see themselves in the books that they read really helped them become self-motivated about learning, and they did extremely well through school, and then we continue to see those benefits.
They are located in University City, so our very own Emma Ray, Resident Services Director at Kingsland Walk, went over there to pick up some books and to say hello.
Hi, Lenny and Arrow Nicely News. I'm Emma, and I'm here at the Eyeseeme Bookstore in University City, and we're going to go pick out some books for Pershing Elementary School. Let's go see what books they have.
A lot to choose from.
It is a lot to choose from.
That's cute, Barb. We picked out great books. Yep. I am gonna read them all out on the town, and Emma is the one who broke me out.
Wow, that was so awesome, Emma. Thank you so much for doing that. All the amazing story corners, which are still going on, by the way, have been so worth it. Incredible stories, delightful readers, and all for a worthy cause. So thank you very much for your donations, and please continue to give if you're able to. Well, everybody, that'll do it for another episode of Arrow Nicely News, and boy, was it a doozy. But thank you very much for taking this journey along with us. Well, I'm Lenny Hernandez. It's been real. It's been fun. It's been real fun. We'll see you in March.
Baldwin himself, upon the release of Beale Street in 1974, he said about his work that every poet is an optimist, but on the way to that optimism, you have to reach a certain level of despair to deal with your life at all.